What's going on, everybody? My name is Alen, and this is my very first YouTube video that I'm making. It's just gonna be basically about some of my car content, anything basically. Sometimes if I do a blog, I'll do it here and there. But this is basically just like for my car channel to kind of do some DIYs on the channel, because I always do DIYs at home, but I never like show anybody else how I did it. I usually just, do it myself, and then I'm like, oh, okay, well, I should have maybe made a video to help somebody else. So I figured this is a good time to make a YouTube channel. It's not gonna be anything crazy, it's just something to start off with. So my name's Alan, like I said, and I'm 20 years old. I have a 2017 BMW 430. It has the B48 engine, and I've had it for about 2.5 months right now. It currently has 83,000 miles. I got it with about 79, so I did put some miles on it. The only thing that I've really done up to the car, maintenance-wise, is oil change, and that was the first week I bought it. I was like, let me just change the oil, because who knows when it was changed, but it was pretty good. It was a pretty good taking care of car. Then I drove the car a week later, and I had a coolant leak. I noticed a coolant leak. My coolant light popped up, and I did some research. I was like, I'm not really familiar with this platform of vehicles, of cars, newer BMWs. I'm always around the E90s and stuff like that. So I was like, nice. I don't know where the leak is coming from. It was coming from the back of the engine, but it was like in a very weird spot where it would drip down into the pan, and I wouldn't like see where it was coming from. It was just puddling up and then just getting out on the loose little angles. But sorry, that's just my chair. I'm not farting. So turns out I texted a couple people in a forum group for some 4 Series and whatnot, and they said that it's probably my oil filter housing. So the oil filter housing, it contains the oil and coolant in the engine where it mixes and it keeps it cool. So, or it doesn't keep it cool, but it just has a flow of it, to where it meets. So I was like, okay, then I did some research, and I was looking at some forums, and I was like, it's gonna be kind of hard to change. So I did some more research. A couple days later, I didn't drive the car, it was just sitting in my garage, and turns out I bought the part. So it was the oil cooler filter housing. So that's what it was. So I changed that, or I bought the part. It took about 3 days to come, and then the part came, and I was like, oh, nice, it's aluminum. So the part that BMW puts in the car from factory is, of course, plastic. We all love BMWs because of that. It was plastic, so I was like, okay, that's gonna be nice to change. And I did some research, and it was pretty a pain in the ass, to change. So it did take me 4 days because I took my time. I was like, since I have work, I'm not gonna like try to get everything done in a day, because I don't want something to happen and then I'm like screwed even more. I already wasn't driving the car, so I was like, it's in the garage, I'm just gonna take my time. So I did that, took my time, and I replaced it. So I did some YouTube videos, or I watched some YouTube videos of other people's DIYs, how they did it, and it helps so much. Like, it's unbelievable how much it helps if you just take the time and do something the right way. Then nobody making some content on YouTube and you know how to do it, or you're taking it to the dealership and they take $2,000-3,000 from you for just something that you could have taken the time to get done by yourself and just done it yourself. So I did that, and the car, after that, I did the coolant flush, ran the car for 15 or so minutes, bleeding the coolant, and added BMW grade coolant in there. So once that was changed, it was running really good. It did let some other coolant drop out, like the ones that were, the old coolant just piled on top. It was like dripping down. So it was just, getting rid of that. Drove the car. After that, a week later, I drove the car to Missouri. Put about 800 miles on it. That's why I have so many miles on the car in such a little time. I put about 800 miles on it in 2 weeks or so. So, with all the traveling that I do and stuff, it, you know, I seen that it was a good, you know, DIY that I did myself. So I replaced it and did it myself, and everything turned out to be, you know, good, you know, knock on wood, metal. Um, but I have no complaints about it today. So I didn't record that, but these future things that I'm gonna do is what is gonna be recorded so that other people can, you know, see in the BMW F30, F32 chassis, can see how I've done something and, you know, help them out. Because, you know, I've started off something with something that I didn't know how to do, and it always helps out when somebody's there to show you how to do it, and, you know, just their way around of doing something. So I did that, and we're gonna do that and make some content, you know, for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy it, and stay tuned.